Well, so one of the things I hope to do in the future is make a push towards people paying attention to primaries because, in my mind, the primary is the person you pick. Is the time to elect the person you want to be your leader, and the general, for many, is going to be the time to pick who you don't want to be the general
Yes.
or your leader, right? So if you're having a problem, and everyone is like, I don't remember what the poll's saying, but basically everyone in the country is like dreading a Trump Biden rematch. Okay,
Yeah.
not that, oh well, people are worried about Trump winning again. People are worried about Trump winning again, and people are worried about Biden winning again. Like we all recognize, like, come on, like Biden is like 4,000 years old. You know, Trump's, we don't know what his deal is, and what his fallout of him being back in office would be. There is zero hope for anything. We're in wars right now, teetering with a possible nuclear holocaust in Russia, right? Um, and we got, like, people are like, inflation, like, are financially getting wiped out. Like, just everything's bad, and it doesn't seem to be anyone there to do anything. And if you get like Biden, I mean, if he dies, then you got Kamala Harris, and it's just like, who's, even worse, right? So we don't have any options. So my thing is like, okay, if there's a year for people to not ignore a primary, it's this year. Okay. If we're so worried about Trump Biden rematch, then you have to get involved in this primary. That's the overall problem, is that, we his election should tell everyone just how much pain is in the country, in the sense that we entrusted a reality star who, let's be honest, during this campaign, he said a lot of the right things. If you can ignore, if you can ignore that wrong shit, like, he said a lot of the right shit, and it was just like, I'm not gonna send your job overseas. I'm gonna bring it back home. Everyone's gonna have the best health care in the world, and it's gonna be incredible. You can make your head spin or whatever. It's a pluralism he uses, but that's stuff people want. But the thing about that, though, is, if we are all wanting these things so much, why is it that we keep voting the same people who've destroyed all these things in the office? Like, one of my biggest pet peeves is that we got these people that supposedly hate government, but if you like do a poll on people, they like their own rep, they like their own senators, right? It's the other ones that's the problem. It's like, no, they all work in conjunction with each other. We should be flipping these houses, right? If you have an incumbent in your house, in the Senate or Congress, and things aren't going right, you should be flipping them, not continuously throwing them back in the office.
I don't know if you necessarily need to flip it. I think you need to vote for the most competent person, right? If that's a Republican, it's a Republican. If it's a Democrat, it's a Democrat. If there's another Republican that's going to go up against the incumbent, you vote for them if they're the best out of the field, right? But, I mean, for the most part, I agree. I mean,
when I say flip, I don't mean like flipping it from Democrat to Republican. I mean, like, if you're...
Here's the problem I have, and Alvin, I know you know this from Sydney. Most people are blissfully ignorant. Okay. They vote on how many yard signs they see and how shitty the slanderous press can throw in the local market that they're in. Most people couldn't tell you who their senator, their governor, their mayor, or city councilman even is, but can talk a lot of shit about a party, right, that's in control, when they don't even know what their voting record is. They don't even know what they really stand for. It's name recognition, right?
Yeah, that's all number one,
Right? And the biggest problem is that we have career politicians that have preyed on the public's ignorance to stay in these roles. And so we have a whole Congress and Senate that if they were running a Fortune 500 company, they would all be deemed incompetent and fired. No one gives a fuck about your feelings. We only give a fuck about what you actually did, and you've done actually fucking nothing for the last 20 fucking year. So, like, all of you fuckers are criminals and should be thrown out on your fucking ear. One thing Trump said that I 100%, he said two. He said he was going to improve infrastructure and he was going to put term limits on Congress and senators. And he failed on both of those. If he would have come through on those two things, I might have been like, he's a fucking clown, but he got it done. Right?
Yeah. That's what we want. He could be a clown. Be a clown, but get shit done.
Get the shit done at the end of the day. And he didn't blow this system up of the politics. I do believe that we should start a third party. That is my common sense party, where common sense isn't common, is the slogan. We don't believe in Republicans, Democrats, Independents, or the Green Party. We believe on doing the right thing for the next generation and making logical decisions that doesn't ruin the world.
Ooh, Rod for president.
I won't pass the background check.
Oh shit! I mean, since when is that ever a problem?
I know Trump. He made it possible for me.
See, Trump crawls so you could walk.
They're not ready for another black person. It'll be a while for it got real bad for another black person to come in. I was like, damn, Bush fucked it up so bad. A nigga got in office. God damn. It'll be a woman before it'll be another black person.
Oh, I wonder. I mean, Hillary was probably the best shot for name recognition. Shit. You want to start another civil war? You let that happen. But yeah, I think that's what you were saying was what I was trying to say is like, you know, we need to, if you are a sitting politician right now and things are going down the hill and you've been in there for like 10, 15 years, like, I don't know why people keep voting for you. Like, you can't be a Mitch McConnell or Chuck Schumer and be up in that bitch for 30 straight years, more than that, and have all these problems and be considered a leader. Like, what are you leading? You're leading our demise? Is that what you like? What why do you have so much respect? So yeah, I just, you know, we have to get people to put the fear into these politicians. Like, listen, you got 2 years or 6 years, whatever your limit is for your position, to get something done. If you value your paycheck here, you will get something done, or we're going to kick you out. I'm going to put in, if I'm a Democrat voter, I'm going to put in a different Democrat. You know? Yeah. It's going to keep shuffling through you people until I find someone who's not a dud.
It's like being an owner of an NFL team.
Yeah.
A coach don't get too many seasons. It doesn't matter what injuries happened. It doesn't matter like what diversity the team faced with the actual players. It's you didn't put up the W's on the board.
Yeah.
And you may be great, but you're not great for us.
And it's crazy. It's crazy that, I mean, you and I are both rabid football fans. It's crazy we have far less patience with a football coach than we do with people that are controlling our money and like laws. Like,
it boggles my mind, man.